God. Oh, I was drinking coffee. I almost spit all over the board.
Like looking in a mirror.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh man. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, when he shows up, I'm gonna just be like this. I did not expect to see my face. Oh man, they would have been so mad if I would have spit all over this board.
In the new studio.
Oh man. Well, that's a good way to kick off a show. Welcome everybody to Zia Comic Weekly, where we get to nerd out and also get a look at myself in the mirror and see, my gosh, I didn't even know what I was just looking at right now. We get to nerd out for the next half hour and discuss all things that you probably have seen over this past week. A lot of stuff going on. If you want to jump in on the conversation, remember to drop in your comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. And of course, we are here to talk all things nerd with you. What's going on, Troy? How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good for the fact that I almost choked on coffee right now. I know I was like, I'm going to show off my coffee mug that I've had for Father's Day, my Marvel mug.
That is a nice cup.
I know. So first Father's Day right here. So I'm like, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and.
What you should have asked for was the Y, so you can put the Y on your name in your room now.
That's what I need now. Oh man, what's been going on with you? Got a chance to see you on Tuesday out at National Night Out. So downtown was popping.
Yeah. Whenever they have events there in the plaza, especially when that word "free" is in there, people show up.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, the minute they want to be there, but it's always crazy to see downtown busy, and it's weird though because we're having this conversation with school now being back so early. Like, I mean, it's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're getting more time off for other vacation, like spring break. I think it's a little longer, and some other things are a little longer.
Yeah, they get.
I think I still want a longer summer vacation though.
Yeah, they get a 2-week vacation in September, if I'm not mistaken. I think at the beginning of September, into August, beginning of September, they get 2 weeks off. So
I don't know. I think 2 weeks might be too much. Because I remember when we got 2 weeks off for Christmas when I was in high school back in, bedrock times
in the 1900s.
Yeah, I did. After those 2 weeks, I did not want to go back.
Yeah,
it took another whole week just to get in the groove again.
Yeah, no, it's tough to get back into the swing of things. And it's like, okay, we're gonna stop for 2 weeks, and now you got to go back for 2 weeks, and then you're gonna come back for 2 weeks. We'll see how it works out for them. But how's it been going? I constantly stalk you guys on TikTok, and to see some of the great stuff you guys have out there. I saw you got some new some Funkos out there.
Oh, the one, yeah, we brought some back from San Diego, some exclusive ones.
Yeah,
and they've been selling pretty well. They were limited. We could only get, I think, 2 of each, and I did. And they've been moving pretty well.
Man, it's great. I saw a Stranger Things one that was there. I saw the cast of Stranger Things.
Yeah, the 8-bit. Yeah, where there were like 8-bit characters.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I was like, okay, and then I was like, all right, cool. There's stuff for me, and then it wasn't just for me. There's also purses as well. I saw that there was a bunch of different purses that you guys have for sale.
Yeah, we got those in. We've had them before, but then they were on back order for the longest time. The little handbags and purses and stuff that look like skulls. Some of them look like, sugar skulls. There's all kinds of cool little crossbody bags and stuff.
Man, y'all go follow them on TikTok. You guys get that nice little preview, and then go check them out this weekend. It was kind of cool. Right away, I saw the skulls, and I was like, man, well, Jackie's birthday already passed, so I guess Christmas. I guess we'll do Christmas.
Yeah. Well, that pumpkin one, you only saw one side. It glows in the dark, and you turn around, and the other side is a sugar skull pumpkin.
Don't say that too loud because they're listening right now, and they're gonna leave work to go shop. And
she's got her ear on the window.
I know. It's like, hey, shift's not over yet. You don't go home yet.
You ain't done.
You ain't done yet. You got 4 more hours. You can't leave yet.
Oh, they come do a live feed from the store while they're shopping.
Yeah, right. That you're gonna see them walking in the background, like, hey, you're supposed to be over here. Why didn't you tell me? Like, what's going on? Oh man, hey Troy, there's a lot to get to, man. First off, did you check out anything over the weekend? Did you go see Super Pets? I forgot to ask you. Were you even intrigued by it or thoughts about it?
Vaguely, I think I'm going to wait for that one to hit streaming
Yeah.
before I watch it. I don't think I'm going to go sit in the theater. For one, it's going to be, I mean, it's a kids movie, so it's going to be full of kids. And nothing wrong with that. It's just that, I just don't want to sit in a whole theater full of kids.
I know. It is a kids movie. I mean, as much as I like the combination of Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart, I'm with you. I think I'm going to wait for that one to hit streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, is there a show out there now that doesn't have The Rock in it? I
Right?
think
Like
he's
this
in
guy.
everything.
Yeah, they said, and I mean, I don't know if this is much of a spoiler for anybody because it's not like it's tied in like how we do these, deep dives with Marvel. But I guess they do have a little preview because he is going to be Black Adam. So I
Mhm.
guess they do like, hey, they have their build up to, Black Adam is coming and be on the lookout for it. I think they even did like a Black Adam pet. So yeah, I just TikTok be trying to give all the spoilers out. That's why I was like, yeah, I think I'll wait till it hits until it hits streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but at some point you hit saturation,
Yeah.
and I'd like to see some other actors.
Look, man, I'm okay with we can start laying off on The Rock and maybe we just start getting more John Cena. I mean, because I thought that's where it was going after his show, and I was like, okay, Peacemaker, we're gonna get some more, and then now not just yet. Doesn't work like
One
that
of his
apparently.
shows, one of his movies just hit. I think it was Netflix or Hulu, the Vacation Friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And I watched that because I didn't have anything else to watch. I was actually pleasantly surprised. It was mildly funny.
He's got comedic chops. We've said
Yeah.
this numerous times. This guy has the chops he can carry a comedy. He's always been like in Trainwreck. He was, the background. He's good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That, like I said, it's not going to be a blockbuster, but but when you've already watched everything else on streaming, give it a
Yeah.
try.
Oh man, that leads me to a good point right now because one of the things that has been talked about over the last, it seems 48 hours, the end of HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's been talks just from like I'll start with just kind of what I've been seeing from watching wrestling, and there's a wrestling company that's trying to be a part of HBO Max. That's not going to probably happen. There's some shows that are now getting canceled, and they're saying, could this be the end of HBO Max?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's HBO or if it's the DC portion of it, because I know Batgirl, they dumped a lot of money in the production and marketing of that, and then just out of the blue, they're like, yeah, hey, we're not going to put this out in any form anywhere.
Which you
Why?
spend all that money, so why wouldn't you?
I don't. Those decisions are made way above my level.
I know, right?
Because if it was me, I'd probably bankrupt DC because I'd put
Oh,
everything out.
man, but but see, that also led to people thinking if Peacemaker was going to get canceled because we hear about that.
Yeah.
So and then luckily James Gunn said that we're okay. But will we see Peacemaker on HBO Max though? Because there's also that deal with Discovery Plus that they may be merging both those companies together.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Peacemaker was a moneymaker for them,
Yeah,
so you would think they would continue that on. So yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there. And then they've got the new Game of Thrones prequel coming out soon, the House of Dragons. Is that going to be only online? Are they just going to get rid of their streaming service completely?
Matt, there's a lot of stuff that I mean, especially because just a few weeks ago they were promoting a lot of this stuff at Comic-Con. And so now
Yeah.
for this to possibly be the end of HBO Max, it's like, so are we gonna have to wait every week and get regular HBO to watch? I mean, look,
Ooh,
I right, we're look how we sound right now in 2022.
we
We
gotta
act like
wait.
we didn't act like we had appointments set at 8 o'clock and you couldn't get up for a bathroom break. Look at us, how spoiled we've gotten.
Yeah, I remember when certain shows came on, it was dead silent outside. Kids will stop playing and run in because you had to watch it then, or you waited for it to hit syndication.
Yeah, and that's gonna be at least a year or so. and you're just gonna have to. Well, you missed it, so I guess you'll just have to believe everything I tell you. So, haha.
And this was pre-VCR days, even.
Oh man, it's crazy though because I mean, could you really? I think that could really hurt HBO Max because I mean, I didn't even think about. I'm thinking more from Peacemaker and they just the Batman. The movies do very well there, but Game of Thrones is a big one for them.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. They're talking about another Suicide Squad, Aquaman 2. After it's done with theaters, we're going to stream it. They were leading into a Justice League 2 because they were pulling back Cavill and Affleck and Godot. They were all going to have this. So, I mean, all this stuff was in the plans, and then just out of nowhere, they axed it.
Yeah, it's something's up with HBO, and I just don't know what that means because like even this morning reading that they already got the title for the upcoming Joker sequel. They're obviously gonna do a Joker sequel.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
So I mean where does that end up once it's done its theatrical run, which we know they'll do great in theatrical, but a lot of us love to stream them at home.
Yeah, I love being able to hit pause, go to the fridge, go to the bathroom, come back, hit play.
Yeah. I tell you, man, boy, have times changed, man. Like, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I do miss the days of like, hey, it's, Thursday, we're going to watch this show. But now it's like, I got to do this. We'll watch it this weekend or, be like me and fall behind. And next, I'm trying to play catch up. Like, I still haven't finished, what was it? Mrs. Marvel? I haven't even finished that one yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
see, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I was like, I should at least finish it. I mean, don't be a quitter. I mean, I've already made it halfway, might as well finish off. So yeah, no, it's just it's crazy. So I don't know what's gonna happen with HBO Max, obviously. But do we have too many streaming services? I think we've mentioned this a time. We got way too many.
Yeah, everybody thought, oh, hey, I'm gonna drop cable and save a whole bunch of money. No, because you're gonna pay each individual streaming service. And each one of them has at least one show that you're hooked on and want to see.
Yeah, we looked at our bill lately and we were just like, how did we end up here? I mean, yeah, great, you can, stream it, but it's like we kind of back to paying the same price we were just a year ago. But okay,
yeah.
I mean,
we lost that $120 cable bill, but now we're paying almost $200 in streaming services. so we're in the red.
I know. Hey, HBO Max, if you go out of business, that's gonna save me $10. Thank you. I mean, so that's sad. That's how I'll get rid of streaming services when they go out of business. So, man, you cut your bill. Yeah, I did. HBO Max went bankrupt.
Yeah,
so.
wasn't my fault. They quit.
No, one streaming service I do got to tell people to not sleep on is Peacock. Peacock TV has got some great shows. Yeah, I mean, if you love old comedies from back in the day, like The Office, and you love the Will Ferrell catalog, the Adam Sandler catalog, and then obviously, for me, for the wrestling side of things. But they got some great stuff on that streaming service.
Yeah, I think I had Peacock for 1 month, and I can't remember why. It might have been for the Yellowstone. Was Yellowstone on that or Paramount?
Paramount. Yeah.
And I had Paramount for a while until Yellowstone finished its season.
Yeah.
And then I promptly canceled it.
Yeah. You did the 30 days, huh?
yeah. But then they threw the two new South Park movies on there and the Beavis and Butthead stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're going to pull me right back in.
That's actually how they got me back. We did the 3 months and then we're like, okay, we're going to watch it. Then they released the 2 South Parks and I'm like, I gotta watch it. I love South Park. I can't believe it's already gonna be 25 years for them.
Yeah, and they're still relevant. They're still really hitting on all the social issues. So that's hard to do to stay that.
Have you seen the streaming wars? Have you seen the streaming wars?
No, that's why I'm going to have to get Paramount again. I want to see it.
Man, it's let's just say South Park. South Park does something that Family Guy fails to do. And I know I'll probably get a lot of grief because everybody, they love them some Family Guy. But I mean, yes, it is what it is. For by now, if you're all thinking South Park's not going to be, vulgar. I mean, they are, but they know how to approach certain topics, especially like us talking right now about streaming.
Yeah, they hit it perfectly. And speaking of South Park, have you been watching The Orville exclusively on Hulu?
actually got something for you about Orville. I don't know. You probably know this by now, and this is crazy. Do you know the first 3 seasons are coming to Disney Plus?
No, I did not.
Next week, Orville will now be the first 3 seasons will now be on Disney Plus. So you mentioned Hulu, and I'm wondering what's going on.
Well, Seth MacFarlane does not like Fox.
We can tell.
Yeah, with the Orville, he didn't want to put comedy in it. He wanted it to be a serious type show, and they forced him to put all those comedy bits in there. Since they moved to Hulu, there's not a lot of comedy in it. It's straight up social issues, and it's actually been really, really good.
You mentioned that last time that it's really taken, and you know, and I think that's what makes a show great is because they pivot. They don't just become that same after a while. Now, obviously, it looks like this is the direction they could go, and now this partnership with Disney Plus. I mean, I think they're about to. I think Seth MacFarlane's really about to give the middle finger to Fox and say, "I could do this over here, and they're going to let me do what I want to do."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can get the rights for the past stuff, but anything new, he can definitely go with them. And Hulu Plus has that bundle. You get Hulu, Disney, and ESPN.
Yeah,
for one price. Not bad. Not bad.
Look at this, one price, but once you add Netflix and all the other ones, yeah, one price. But no, man, the Orville has. You said it's changed its way. I mean, obviously with the characters and everything, but it's that show that I think people are going to be like, wow, this is something that it looked, comedy, and it looked from what the commercials were when it was running on TV to now what it is on Hulu. I think they get to get away a lot with when they're on the streaming services.
Yeah, they towed the line a few times on the earlier seasons, but like I said, they've gotten almost completely away from the comedy stuff. I mean, there's certain humorous moments, but it's very, each episode kind of centers on another social issue that they tackle, and it's not what you would expect from Seth MacFarlane, but he does a really good job at a serious series.
I think people need to remember that this guy definitely he's not just and it's crazy because I think oftentimes people think, oh, he's the Family Guy creator. I mean, because you obviously see that, oh, the guy who created Family Guy, but you're also talking about a guy who got Mark Wahlberg to play with a teddy bear in a wildly successful movie.
Yeah, I forgot about Ted.
Like, I was watching this interview with Mark Wahlberg a couple days ago, and it's just crazy to think that, because you wouldn't think Mark Wahlberg would think to say, hey, I will play alongside this character that is a stuffed teddy bear and I'm a grown man child. But it works. And Seth I think even got like nominated, didn't he, for like an Academy for like something for the movies. Like, he's actually got recognition for this stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, Mark Wahlberg is he's a big money actor, but as far as playing serious roles, I mean, he was in Transformers. After he was Shia LaBeouf's replacement in Transformers.
Yeah, you put it like that. That's true. So
yeah, I mean, I love the guy, but he's not what I would consider a top-notch, top-tier type of drama actor.
Yeah, especially just because some of the roles is very aggressive, very, hey, we're gonna go fight these people, or let's and then now he's doing Stepdads with Will Ferrell. Like, it's just but I think you credit that, that pivot in a career to Seth MacFarlane, because I mean, how do you approach an actor, like any actor? I mean, and he gets them. I mean, you got Mila Kunis, who's been voicing Family Guy for decades. I think she's now done that show longer than she did that 70s show.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. She's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to give it up to this guy. And, now with, Orville, I could see, and this is just me throwing something out there, a possible movie that goes to Disney Plus.
I would watch an Orville movie.
Just
I
an
think
Orville
that's
movie.
This generation Star Trek. Is
yeah.
What it is.
Yeah, I mean, Bob's Burger got a movie. Why can't the Orville get a movie? Have you seen the movie, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
SpongeBob got 2 movies.
And Joey and Troy can't get one. SpongeBob got 2. But
I'd be happy if it was a commercial.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
do a
just trying to get
commercial.
that. I've been telling you for the longest time. I'm just trying to get that walk-on role at this point. So,
I've been an
man.
extra once. That's
Yeah,
about as close I got.
I drove by a set. That's close as I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I guess that's true since they did it right there on the plaza.
See, look, you were featured in the movie, even though you probably weren't, but you were featured. Just take it, add it to the credentials. I'm adding it to the resume. Just me talking to you, I'm adding it to the resume.
Extras. I was an extra.
I was an extra to the extra to the extra. That's how it works.
Assistant to the extra.
Hey, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being Dwight. I mean, I'll be Dwight from The Office. Let's talk She-Hulk. Comes out August 18th. We're getting more content about She-Hulk coming out. I'm pretty excited for it because we're gonna get Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
I mean,
with his Professor Hulk portrayal. The second weakest Hulk in the whole MCU.
I mean, it's still a little weird, but it's interesting to see where they're gonna take this series with She-Hulk and just to kind of see where they run with it. I mean, it's gonna be different, definitely. I don't think you're gonna get the, Falcon and the Winter Soldier type scenarios, but I think you're gonna get something different, which has been great with the last couple of series from Moon Knight to Miss Marvel to now She-Hulk.
Yeah, it looks like it's Marvel, so they're going to push the humor a little bit. But
Yeah,
it looks to me like this series is going to be her coming to terms with her power and how she can utilize it most efficiently.
yeah, and who knows? I mean, maybe we'll see her later down the line in Secret Wars, or I don't know, in the rise of I don't know, whatever other Avenger movies they decide to make in 2029. I mean, there's going to be a ton more that we got to wait for.
Well, they told them they could use Daredevil in the She-Hulk series, and I remember the directors and producers, how much can we use him? They're like, oh, however much you want. So there's going to be a ton of Daredevil and She-Hulk.
I know. I wonder how that works out too, especially because it's like certain characters you're like, okay, because I know, and TikTok teaches me a lot of things, but apparently they have to, there's like a fine line of what they can and can't do with the Hulk character.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think it has to do with the movie companies that they can only use certain, I mean, they can't necessarily do their own Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo, but he can be featured in shows. Otherwise, if they do a movie, they would have to pay the previous company that were running these Hulk movies.
Well, there's that, and there's also they don't want to screw up the continuity and have something happen in the series that doesn't jive with the movies, because then people will get all in uproars. Oh, well, in the movie he said this, but then he did this in the series, and they want to kind of try to keep the character on the same line of progression.
Yeah,
through the series and the movies.
That's when you hit them with it's the multiverse. So, I mean, it's a good excuse from now on because they're like, hey, it's messed up.
It's the reset button, multiverse.
Multiverse. You guys, well, it didn't make sense that they did multiverse.
Yeah.
And that's it. If you can only use that answer for everything, be like, hey, you forgot to turn multiverse. Oh, man. But yeah, you got She-Hulk that's going to be coming out. Disney Plus is going to continue to take more of our money with everything else that they got coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, then the new Star Wars is coming out too, Andor, following Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Yeah.
When the Bobbins stole the plans for the Death Star.
And does that one come out this month? I can't remember if it's this month or if it's in September.
I'm not sure. I know they're starting to push it really heavy. I've seen a few trailers. They pushed it really heavy at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's either toward the end of August, beginning of September. I'm just not sure if this one's going to be as good as the other Star Wars series. I'm not really invested in this character that much.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to really pull out all the stops to get, people invested in certain characters. Unless you followed their storyline, then I could see. That's why I think it was a little difficult for some people when it came to Moon Knight. A lot of people may have not known a lot about Moon Knight. There may have been even some people when you look at the Star Wars side of things, when you look at, well, what are they going to do with, Obi-Wan Kenobi? How's that going to work? And I mean, there's just so many, like, if you're not that invested in the character, like, do you miss out on crucial parts of the show moving forward when they do other spinoffs.
Well, I'm going to go on the record here and say there's going to be probably more than 2 or 3 cameos in Andor from characters you do know to keep people interested. You'll probably see Saw Gerrera, you might, Forrest Whitaker. You'll see a bunch of those people from that time frame, just so people can have some kind of connection. Because in Rogue One, Cassian Andor was my least favorite character in there.
So you're like, how did they get a show? Like, okay.
They need to bring in that guy. I am one with the Force is with me. I'd watch a whole series about him.
Hey, he's gonna be with the I Am Groot shorts. You can split those and make one full episode. There you go. You're good.
Well, Marvel owns both, so we could see Groot in Andor.
Oh my gosh. Look, if you start doing that, whenever we go to see these movies, they're like, okay, what am I watching? A Star Wars, Marvel? Like, don't worry, we're cross-referencing.
Yeah, both.
Hey, remember, multiverse. Hey, and then to make everything better, we throw Vin Diesel and they have to have a drag race. And
Fast and Furious. With Groot driving.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson saves the day for some reason. I don't even know what he's saving, but
as long as they have family.
Oh, see, there you go.
Nothing stronger than family. Except
Hollywood, we are so onto y'all right now. Like, we are exposing Hollywood right now as we speak. So
we're giving them ideas.
Probably right. Later we'll be like, didn't I say that somewhere?
Oh, these are blockbuster ideas we're giving them. So
hey, I mean, those are the freebies. Imagine what you guys can get when you pay us.
Yeah,
a lot.
We're trademarking
it. Before we go, what's going on with the Comic-Con? Can you believe it? We're not that far away. We're already in the month of August.
Oh, I can believe it. Yeah. I'm knee deep in all the
look how stressed I am, Joey. Look how stressed I am. I can believe it.
Yeah, we mailed out all the VIP and weekend stuff that was purchased before the end of July. Earlier this week. You can still get your VIP and weekend tickets. You just have to pick them at the door. I mean, we got the travel taken care of for all the guests. We have, the venues taken care of. We got a spot we ran into a little issue about bringing in the pop culture cars and stuff, but we got that taken care of. They're going to be out there displayed. It's going to be a good time.
I know. I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great time. Jack and I were talking about it. Like, that weekend is going to be something. I mean, we haven't had a Comic-Con here in so many years, and then just to have it here. I know, man. 5 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm trying to see how embarrassed Jackie will get of me. So just because I think I've talked her ear off about Ted DiBiase. And she was just like, and to the point now she gets mad. She's like, you do know wrestling's fake. And I tell her, don't you say that to me. Don't you say those bad words to me.
You're dead to me, Jackie.
Don't you say that. How dare you say what I don't want to believe that's true, but I don't want to say it out loud. But
yeah, well, that stuff you like, it's all fake too.
I know, right? Like, don't make fun of me, okay? I'll make fun of you too.
Yeah, Ozzy's fake. That's auto-tune. It's not his real voice.
Even real. You think he sings like that? How come he doesn't have his accent when he sings? I don't know, man. No, it's if she's watching it, she's probably hearing me right now. She's like, "Oh, I heard you. I heard
you." Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I leave this studio in fear here in a few minutes.
We'll open the door slowly and looking around.
I know I am peeking. I'm like, okay. Yeah,
Martine, will you go start my car for me?
I'm gonna run out and get out of here. So tickets, if they want to get them, they're gonna have to get them the day of the event.
For VIP and weekend, you can buy them. You can still buy them online. You just have to pick them up at the event.
Okay, perfect. And of course, you guys can make sure you guys get those tickets. We are 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah. Buy them online. Come to get them at the door. However you get them, just get them.
That's right. And make sure you guys keep an eye out for those billboards, man. I tell you, man, you go everywhere, man. Those billboards are everywhere.
Yeah. You still get people like, well, I didn't know that this was going on.
No. I mean, they know.
Unless you go and personally knock on each door in town and hand them a flyer, there's going to be somebody who says they didn't know.
That will be a Disney Plus series. for the future. How do you get the word out? Go door to door and tell them.
Yeah, and there'll still be people. Well, my friend didn't give that to me. That was my roommate you gave that to.
It always happens, man. I don't know how it gets lost in translation. Y'all go get your tickets. Get your tickets now. It's gonna be a great time. Las Cruces Comic Con. We're excited for it, man. If they want to keep up to date with you guys, they want to follow you on the socials. How can they get in contact with you guys?
Oh, we're all over the interwebs. We got
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok.
And remember to follow them on TikTok. We need them to get some more likes so that way they can do some lives.
Yeah, we got, I think, around 840 or so. Need another 160. And I can start doing lives on TikTok. And I will.
I know.
I will do it.
He's not lying, guys. He's gonna do it. So let's get the truth out of him. He's gonna do it live. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. Remember, we do this every Thursday. If there's something you guys want us to talk about next week, you can always drop comments, let us know. Yeah, we get to nerd out for half an hour and give out ideas to Hollywood. That's what we're here for, to help Hollywood.
And guys, Jackie.
That's I forgot about that. You made me forget about that. I thought I was safe for just a split second. Guys, we'll see you next week.